Yo, this is it. I'm Mr. Fade, and you're listening to Attack of the Beats on IllMuzik.com. And as usual, here we are once again, another 5 beats, another 5 reviews. And actually, before I get into that, I just want to remind everybody, we got the Warzone coming up this week. The Warzone Beat Battle. We got 16 beats, not 16 beats, but 16 contestants going at it. And, sometimes guys will just upload one beat for the whole thing, but I don't know. I mean, you could do that, but I think it's best if you just upload one for each round. Makes it more interesting, more competitive. So anyway, so if you're planning on entering, make sure you get your beats ready right now. And Friday is when it opens, the sign-ups. I think that's March 10th. And then March 11th, we do the voting. And that's another thing, the voting, man. You guys got to vote. I mean, we got our votes in and stuff. It's just that I just think there could be more votes, because right now it's like there's not too much activity when it comes to the voting. It's pretty solid, but it could be a hell of a lot better, I think. So, so just make sure that even if you're competing, I mean, you can vote. You just can't vote for yourself, but you can vote for the other guys and, whatever. But, I encourage you to spread the word to other people that are into beat making and hip hop and all that, and get them to sign up and then place their votes to see who's got the best beat in each round and each bracket. And yeah, we'll make Warzone even bigger than what it is. All right, so let's get into the show. First up, we've got we got Contra with Black Republican. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was, who's that? It was Contra with Black Republican. All right, so for this beat, I actually like this beat. It's just that there's a couple things that I see that could be improved on it. Now, number one is the kick, okay? Because I'm listening to it, and the kick, to me, it's obviously distorted. And, I understand, it's not just as simple as just fixing it in the mix or whatever, but it depends on the kick that you're using. I was making a beat just the other day, and it was like that, where it was, it ended up being a really good beat. It's just that the kick was thumping too much, and it was getting a little distorted and all that. But that was my fault because I had layered 2 kicks, so I just needed to EQ at least one of them, just to tighten it up, and so it's not so bassy and all that and all that stuff. Because it was just too much on that pad, right? You got two kicks layered there, so it's just too much going on. So you just need to either fix it in the mix, or then you could you could just like make sure you're just careful when you're layering kicks, or I don't know if you layered this kick or whatever, but let's say you did, just be careful when you're layering it. But let's say this is just a kick on its own. That's another issue, because maybe it's just distorted to begin with, so in that case, just get rid of it, use another kick. But if it's not, then just fix it, and you can EQ it so it doesn't thump so much. But then there's always the last resort, which is the mix, and you could just fix that. And then as far as the rest of the drum track, it was really good. I liked it, but it's the strings though. That's the thing. The synth that you're playing, it's good, but it's kind of like a cheesy sound, because I'm listening to it, and the only thing I could think of was keep that pattern, but just have something that sounds nice. Because a lot of times when I'm using a synth with strings, it's nice, like nice strings that I'm using. I want to use something that sounds authentic. So for you, I think that's just all you need to do, really. Just have something sounding authentic, so it doesn't sound on the cheesy side. So keep everything you have, but just substitute it with something that's more real, more authentic, and all that. So I don't know what you're using, but just try to find some kind of VST, some kind of plugin that you can use that sounds a little more real, and you should be good to go. All right, so next up we've got Huggy HG with Liberate. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Huggy HG with Liberate. Now this one's interesting because I like the whole beat. I think the whole beat is really, really dope. Okay, especially the intro. It sounds nice, and all that, and it just sounds like something's building up. But then the beat that you drop in, the drums that you drop in, it's a great drum pattern. I like it. It's a good feel to it. I think the only issue I have really is the kick, because you have two variations of it. You had the main kick, then you had the little breakdown about halfway through, and then you bring the bass back in and all that stuff. But the two variations of it, the first one, it just the kick's okay, but I just thought it was a little too punchy to go with that bass. I just thought it should be deeper right off the bat. It should be deeper. And then the other one, it sounded like you had like the kick in stereo, and that too, it just sounded like it was kind of distorted somewhat. Whatever, and it just it didn't match the bass as well, really. So I don't know. I just think that the kick should have been just something deeper. Not an 808, but just something a little thicker. Something that's going to blend in with the bass tone a little more. That's all. And really that's the only thing. Well, except for the beginning, like I said, it's really nice, but just I was expecting something a little stronger to drop in, like a stronger sounding beat because of the music that you used. But it was okay because you still made it work. It still sounds really nice. I love the keys, the way you got that going, and a little kid's voice and all that. So it's really well put together. I think really it's just that kick, man. You just got to change those 2 kicks, and yeah, that's it. It's a dope beat though. But I like it. But I think it's just the kick, man. Just play with that, because actually there was just the other day I did. The last beat I did was I started with the bass line, and because I wanted to make sure that my kick blends in well with the bass, so I was just doing a nice bass line, something simple, and then I just started working on the kick, just hitting the pad with the kick, and then got a little kick pattern going on, and then I was just EQing my kick like crazy just to make sure it goes well with the bass. And then when I finally finished the whole beat, it just sounded so good because I was like, it blends in with the bass, so yeah, just pick the right kick and you should be good to go. All right, so next up we've got Skinny Nick S646 with Alone With You. Let's check it out.
Isn't it a little esoteric?
All right. Okay, so that was Skinny Nick S646 with Alone With You. All right, so for this one, man, you got to release an album for all these beats or something because they're all so smooth. All these beats you're sending in for the show, But what I like about this is the mix because everything has its place. Nothing's overwhelming. Nothing's just in your face or distorted. None of that shit. And especially the bass. The bass, it's a heavy bass. But it blends in so well on the low end. It just like it's just nice and tight. That's what I like about it. And actually, what really caught my ear was that vocal snippet you have that just delays out. That's the thing that really drew me in because it just sounds so nice with the music in the background. When you had that vocal just delay, I thought, wow, this is perfect. It just sounded so good. I think my only complaint is that the whole production is good. It's just that. I just wanted to hear more of, the beat, I want to hear more of the drums. I want to hear more of, just like a beat going on and stuff rather than just all these breakdowns. That's what it just sounds like. You had the kick and snare, let's say you had that come in, but then you take that away and you break it down again. I mean, that's good. It's fine. It's just, I just wanted to hear more with the drums. I just want to hear more stuff going on with the drums because it's a head nodder, so that's why I just want to hear more of that. But that's really my only complaint though, because the rest sounded really, really good. So like I said, the low end's good. It blends in good with the kick. The music is nice with the synth and especially those vocals, the way you did that, and it sounds really, really good. So my only complaint, like I said, is just I just want to hear more with the drums, so. But yeah, that's some dope shit, man. All right, so next up we've got Who I Be with Believe. Let's check it out. All right. I guess that was Who I Be with Believe. Yeah, all right. So I just want to double check that. All right, so what I like about this beat is the whole thing's really good, actually. My only complaint is, once again, is the kick. It's like I was saying earlier with one of the other beats, is that this is one of those kicks where it sounds like someone's knocking on your door. I don't like those types of kicks. They're just too thumping. It's like thumping. It's got a little too much high end, too punchy or whatever. So, I mean, it's good, but I just don't think it goes well with that bass. So I would substitute that kick, try to EQ it or something. And the guitar, it sounds like the guitar with like a quick delay or something. That's what it sounds like, that you have pan to stereo, and it's really good. I like it. I just think the only problem is that it just needs to be lowered in the mix a bit. Okay, so it sounds nice, that with the bass is really good, by the way. So that with the bass and the drums, then you have those little keys coming in. I mean, it's perfect. It just sounds really, really, really good. I just think that it needs to be fixed in the mix a little better. I think the mix needs to be a little better overall, especially for that. I think it's the guitar with a quick delay. I think that's what it is. But along with that, that and then the kick, just substitute the kick or whatever. But the rest sounds really good. I like it. It's a dope beat, but plus it's only about a minute long, so I wanted to hear more of that. But still, it's some dope shit. I like it. It's just fix that mix, man. Just fix the mix. All right, so next up we got the last beat. It's Young Beezy with The Dog Father. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Young Beezy with The Dog Father. All right, so for this one, this one's interesting because I like this whole beat. Okay, it's really good. It's well put together. It's a very solid mix. I like the mix. Although the bass could be tamed a little more. It could be brought down a bit or whatever. Get that under control somewhat. But overall, it's really, really good, the mix. I think my only complaint is the keys. Okay, they sound good. It's just that it's the pattern. I think you're just slightly off on a couple of notes. It's one of those things where you're trying to get the right note pattern on the keyboard or your pads or whatever, and you come up with a little tune, but then you're just slightly off on one or two notes. So to me, if I were you, I would just rework it. So I mean, it sounds fine. It's just that, especially the sound of the keys, I would just rework the tune. Just go with a nice little tune, something a little different. Like I said, it's only about two notes maybe that are off, and but the rest is really, really good. And then those strings sound so good. I don't know if that's from a sample or a synth, but they sound really, really nice. Actually, you should let me know if it is a synth. Let me know what synth that is, because I want that. I want to check that out, man. It sounds really nice. And of course, you'd have to change that. You know, the synth pattern, maybe. You know, the string pattern, I should say. Maybe. I mean, if you're changing the key pattern or whatever. But yeah, I think it's just a couple notes that you're just slightly off, and then then you can be like, okay, I got it. You know, like you're just slightly off. But other than that, I like it. It's really good, especially the mix has some dope shit. You know, and like I've been complaining about today, kick and bass, but yours, it blended well together, so that's good. So yeah, I would just check those notes, man. Just check a couple of those notes, and then you have a winner. All right, so that's it for me. I'm Mr. Fate. This is the Attack of the Beats. Keep sending the beats in. I'll keep reviewing them. And my favorite beat, the winner is, drumroll please, Skinny Nika 646 with Alone With You. Let's check it out.
Isn't it a little esoteric?